time to talk about this week's episode of The Flash. Full spoilers, as always, for Season 2, Episode 5, entitled The Darkness and the Light. Barry learns a new breacher, Dr. Light, has come through the portal and sets off to capture her. Jay tells Barry that Dr. Light was not a threat on Earth 2 and that Barry can reason with her. However, during a fight with the Flash, she blinds him and drops some shocking news about Zoom. Meanwhile, Barry and Patty go out on a date. Also, Earth 2, Dr. Wells is there. I mean, there's just like a whole bunch of stuff that happens. Honestly, my first thought about halfway through this episode was if somebody had never seen an episode of The Flash and they just tuned into this one, there are so many conversations where they're like, and then Barry time traveled and then went to an alternate Earth, and then, well, his mom got killed, but then reverse, but then there's Zoom, and then...
But there was a conversation at one point that felt like they were just trying to catch people up just in case. I think they were explaining what Dr. Wells did on their Earth, and it felt like just in case you didn't watch the first season.
Yeah, here's a recap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Well, they did that a lot just with having Earth 2 Wells there because you got everybody walking up to him and he's like, "Oh, so what did my doppelganger do to you? Oh, he stabbed you in the heart? Oh, yeah, that would do it. Oh, he murdered your fiance? Yeah, I guess that would do it too." It was really interesting. I mean, they start off the episode with in Earth 2 with Jay Garrick as Flash showing up to call out Wells on starting this whole thing and creating Zoom in the first place. I just can't believe we've gotten to this point in this show already. Like this just feels so crazy. It's awesome.
I actually really enjoyed this episode. This is probably the best one of the season so far. And I'm glad that we had this one because the last two in a row felt kind of, very muddled and weren't exactly
bit filler.
Yeah, a bit of filler. Whereas this one, it felt like it was going head first into the deep. We opened with a caption saying Earth 2, and I'm like, okay, I'm in. This is cool. Like, I'm glad we're doing this, and and I actually really like Earth 2 Wells. And actually my favorite line of the episode, which made me laugh so hard, was Cisco's. Our Dr. Wells was evil, but you're just a dick. That made me laugh.
The way he delivered
so
it too was just really.
I loved it when he called him Crisco.
What did you guys think about the main villain of this one, which I guess is Dr. Light?
I thought she was one of the best villain of the weeks that we've had. I mean, there was a clear, because obviously it was a doppelganger of a character we already knew, so there was an attachment there already in terms of what her purpose is, and she wasn't just evil trying to kill Barry for the sake of it.
Yeah.
She was just trying to survive Zoom and live a life.
Also, there was some serious foreshadowing in this episode because I'm assuming the doppelganger of Caitlin is going to be Killer Frost.
I'm sure they've released images of her.
Yeah, there's been an image, but it only just occurred to me in this one, it's probably the doppelganger that's going to be the evil Killer Frost and not her. So, because she makes a light, there's a line in this where she's like, "Oh, I'd like to think I wouldn't just turn evil because I got powers." I'm like, yeah, well, that's happening.
Yeah, just because Dr. Wells gave us powers, I'd like to think we wouldn't just straight away turn evil.
Yeah, so that's so happening. That's nice.
Yeah.
Nah, I thought, Dr. Light was fine. I mean, she wasn't great, but I thought because we did know her, like Connor said, I think there was at least some familiar. Maybe this is because I'm a veteran lover of a certain other show, which I won't even name because technically, if you know that it's about alternate realities, it's kind of a spoiler.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I do like all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun, and I'm glad Flash is getting into it. And it makes me wonder what other characters we know might pop up as different versions later.
Yeah, that other show that you're referring to, that definitely became one of the most fun things was alternate versions. You see the evil version of somebody versus, and sci-fi's been doing this for a long time, and they've done it in the comics, obviously. But like just for this show, like I said already, we're barely into season 2.
Well, less
and
than
we
30
weren't even
episodes
sure,
into the show.
Yeah, 5 episodes into season 1, we were going, this is pretty good, but like how long can this really go for? And then a full season later, we're seeing Earth 2. Jay Garrick shows up.
Yeah, and we're not going to get Wally West. And I like that we've got a proper look at Zoom in this one. And as much as it's not necessarily accurate to the comics. Oh, I guess it's closer to New 52, Reverse Flash in terms of how it looks, but they're making him different enough from Reverse Flash, because in the comics they are very similar looking, usually. So they're making him different enough, which is nice. And I like the Wells, or Earth 2 Wells, I should say. Or I'll call him Harry, 'cause that's what Cisco calls him. I'll call him Harry. Right? I like that he's got a daughter, so he actually has like a noble thing about him. He's like, really he's just trying to save his daughter, most likely.
Also, I like that because obviously we had Harry over here, and then there was the thing with Zoom and his daughter. That kind of just says, no, he's not Zoom, like straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
that was like quite a big thing floating around, like, oh, what if they just made him Zoom?
How disappointing would that be, though, if all season we went along with this mystery and then it turned out just to be Earth 2 Wells was the
Yeah.
bad guy? Like, it would just be the same thing.
No.
Also, Patty has really grown on me. I like their date quite a bit. I like that she figured out that he was blind, because
Yeah.
it'd have been ridiculous if she hadn't, and she even points that
I
out.
like that they actually went on the date and it wasn't some stupid whatever. It was like
Something went
Science
wrong,
shit.
or,
Yeah.
yeah.
no, they it was like, no, we can think of something. We can science this. We can figure out a way to make this work. And then they did, and then it was nothing got ruined. It wasn't like, oh no, he's messing up. Oh, it's so
because
bad.
every superhero thing almost does that, where they try to have a normal life and they try to go on a date and then things keep getting in the way, or they almost get hurt. Or what I was expecting to be groaning at just the same contrivances that always happen, but every so often Flash does this, where it's like, nah, we're just going to not do that. And that's
Yeah.
fine. That's
We're
fine.
gonna let him have a real moment.
It's
That's
kinda like
what I
his-
really appreciate about this show. Is
Yeah,
that
and then
they,
Supergirl this week, I said I liked it. Oh, yeah, we're not going to do the whole thing where she hides it from all her friends for like seasons before they find out. We're just going to, people have done that. Let's just get past that. Same thing here, kind of.
Yeah.
well, it used to be on during superhero movies or shows or whatever that not everybody was on board. The audience wasn't on board, so they had to have that cipher of a character in there of like, well, we can't tell anybody and we can't let anybody know or whatever. But now that everybody watches superhero stuff, they're just like, yeah, just put the characters in there that already love superhero stuff too, and they're just like, yeah, I'm on board. I love this. My best
So
friend's a
how
superhero.
long till
That's
Patty
awesome.
finds out?
How long till Patty finds out?
She'll find out this season.
Yeah, definitely.
But before Christmas?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, I could see it being before Christmas, yeah.
They set her up a lot in this episode where she would just be able to walk into Star Labs and just go, "Oh, awesome! Yeah, I'm totally down with all of this. Your name's Vibe now, cool."
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of that? By the way, having Cisco now openly
Being gay.
Having powers.
Being vibe.
although he might be in love with Patty now. He was like really staring at that screen for a little bit too long.
No, he's got Hawkgirl. It's fine.
That's true.
Hot
That's
Girl's
true.
coming, yeah. Oh, that's who that was in the coffee shop. Oh, shit. That's why
Yeah.
she seems more important. God
Yeah.
damn it. Yeah. I was about to
She's what
say,
now?
she's Hot Girl. The girl in the coffee shop that he asked out was Hot Girl.
She
Really?
becomes Hawkgirl
Yeah, that's the
for
actress who
she's,
plays
she's
Hawkgirl.
Hawkgirl for Legends of Tomorrow.
That just hit me.
Oh shit!
Oh, come on, guys.
Making sorry. The only pictures I saw, I didn't pay attention to casting of that. Is that why she had just like one little thing of color in her hair? It's supposed to look like the Hawk Girl colors, kind of like that feathery thing, and then
I don't
black.
know.
I don't
be.
know.
I noticed, so I don't know. But yeah, as far as the vibe stuff goes, yeah, it's fine. I don't see them putting him in a costume anytime soon. At least I hope not.
I'm a little worried they'll over rely on just using his powers to
Yeah.
learn everything. Like,
But he does have to touch things, so at least...
but he didn't in this one. Like the bank. He just kind of ran.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
in the coffee
true.
shop, and then he turned around, and suddenly, there it was.
Well, maybe it'll be specific, though, to stuff that's, like, about, like, breaching realities. So, if there's just a regular metahuman from our Earth, or Earth 1, then it like,
yeah,
it won't come
I
into
think
play.
it is to do
Yeah.
with. Even last season, Wells said he could see or vibrate between dimensions. I think. It
Yeah,
was.
so it'll be
So-
stuff specific to crossing over and people coming from other places. So, I guess that limits it to not just being a catch-all for everything.
Yeah, it's true.
Still majorly plot device the character.
Oh yeah,
though.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also the guy who names all the villains for us, so he's always kind of been
So
there.
Except
Yeah.
King Shark.
Except King Shark. But he was down with that. He was quite happy with Patty's name for
He always
King
gets
Shark.
like to veto it if he doesn't like it.
Yeah. He's the authority on naming villains. That's
Yeah.
his thing. That's what he
Yeah.
does.
So Connor, you have anything else you want to add about this episode?
No, I think we pretty much covered it.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
good. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Yeah. So that was this week's awesome episode of The Flash.